Hi everyone, it's Denise with Wondubar Crafts. I am excited today to do this project. We've got some exciting new things to do. New views, I should say. Today I'm going to do the pen case. I'm going to show you guys how I make those that normally accompany the journal in the box that I do on my channel. So welcome to everyone, and welcome to any new subscribers. Hopefully you guys will have fun and see how really weird I really am, and crazy and silly and all that stuff. But anyway, so guys, check this out as promised. Look at that. I got a camera set up for the machine. So now you guys will be able to see everything from here to there on the channel. I think this is awesome. And I'll have you know, I asked my son and he kind of did that whole mom kind of look. So I just said, okay, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. And I did. I figured it out all by myself. And so I'm so proud of myself. Yay. But anyway, so this project, I'm going to make the little pen case. I've already selected the pen to go with it. It is an Anna Griffin pen. It is brand new. Never used. It still has the little tip on it. Okay, so we'll set that aside over here. I selected the fabric. I'm going to put a little lace on it and a little ribbon. And I'll show you how all that is done. So you're going to need a file folder. And normally I keep the ones that I cut for my pen cases. I used the last one on the last bit. So I have to use a new file folder, but that's okay. Anyway, will the short one work? We'll need to cut it down a little bit. I just want to make sure that this is going to fit in here. Okay, yeah. All right, so how I typically measure it is, because some of my pens are different sizes and thickness, I always measure the thickness including the clip. And for this one, let me see if I can show you guys. These grids are all done on 1/2 inch. So it's right about 1/2 inch. So when we make a pen case, we want to make sure that it's stiff and strong enough to hold it and it doesn't tear apart, but yet not too, thick and wide. So the whole idea with doing these is, you got to kind of guesstimate, really, because there isn't a perfect thing. So typically what I do is, when you put your pen in here, it's going to clip, right? So stick it in there. And we want to make sure that when we sew down the edges, we don't have all of that pulling away. So to be able to do that, to hold the thickness, that's how I figured out how to do it. So it's 1, 2, it's almost 3 inches. Typically I go about 2.5, and it normally is, it holds fairly well because this edge, of course, obviously is open. It's got to pull, but we're going to sew down the sides. So I normally cut mine for these type of pens, which are fairly standard. I mean, you can get ones that just have no clip, that just slide in there. You could probably get away with doing it 2 inches, but for these Anna Griffiths, I do 2.5. And then I have some thicker decorative ones that I occasionally will use. I haven't used one, I think, on the video, but on any of the journals I have done videos on. But normally I will make those 3 because they are thicker. So let's cut this 3 inches. And I'm going to leave the natural fold, and I'm going to cut the full segment, because even though we're going to cut off some top and bottom, I always keep my little scrap pieces for whatever's, Alright, so put that back in my scrap box. And, alright, so I want it to sit up a little bit from the bottom. I don't want it to be able to shove all the way to the bottom. I'm going to use the natural fold of the folder itself. Let me get my pencil here. Okay. And I want it to be able to, and you'll see, you have those 3 little lines. I typically try to put it right up on that first line from the bottom up, right here, okay? And I want it to clip down so that it doesn't go all the way to the end of the file clip, but just a little bit below. And you can gauge it any way you want. You can put it anywhere you want. I mean, you could literally do it to where it just clips the bottom, you know, where the clip just goes over it, and that's fine too. So I'm going to go right about, let's see here, because I want some of the pen to stick up. And then on the top, I want it to come above a little bit, above the top. So let's do, oh, I don't know, about here. Okay. So I need to mark that back piece with that, because that's my back. So I'm going to cut my front, flap over, and then here is, it's almost like as if you were making a, like a little bit thinner, what do they call those? Library card holders, sleeves, whatever. Okay, and you can round the corners if you want. I don't typically, because I'm going to put fabric on it, and then I would have to recut it later. So, what we are going to do is cover all the way. So you have to have a big enough piece of fabric, I've already cut it, that it will cover like this, and when you fold it over. So you want to make sure that that piece is long enough to cover all of that right there. And it looks like it's perfectly cut. So you may, for me, I already know kind of how long to cut my pieces. This is about, I think it's like half a yard long. Yeah, it's like about 21 inches. If you find it's a little bit short, you can take off a little bit from the top, which I might go ahead and do just to make sure. I'll just take a little smidgen off, just to make sure that I'm not pulling on that fabric too much. Okay, and we still have quite a bit on the upper and the back side. So now we want to glue it in place. You can certainly use any kind of glue you want. I'm going to use Mod Podge, and the reason is it will stiffen the fabric without, if I use like 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac, sometimes you know how when you lay your glue out, you get like a big glob, and it will saturate into the fabric, and then you'll get like that dark mark where the glue sticks, and then it's like a rough spot. So I tend to either use Mod Podge or like an Elmer's glue, because we don't need it to be like wicked sticky, you know. We just need it to tack down because we are going to sew over it. I might have to take, because I want to make sure the pattern on this, because I did select, yeah, it's in there. Okay, good. All right. So, anyway, because you want it to get stiff, and we're going to sew it, so the fabric will stay on here, and you can just tack it down if you want. I just prefer it to do a little bit of Mod Podge because it kind of makes it stiffer, and because I want the pen case to last. So I obviously want that strength, or that added stability. Okay, so just like with anything, we're just going to give it a little bit of glue. And it'll curl up a little bit on you. That's okay. Just smooth it out with your hands. There's no need, you know, if you want to iron out your fabric beforehand, go ahead. For me, I just find sometimes once you lay the glue on there, you can kind of tug on it a little bit because it is a wet glue to straighten any wrinkles or anything out on it. Okay, so I want this to kind of lay with the pattern. Okay, so let me flip this over. And because I'm using a plaid, plaids are sometimes, I'll tell you, they can be a booger to work with. They really can. I remember in sewing class, remember when, those of you who are probably closer to my age or older, remember home ec, you know, home economics, and you had like half the semester was sewing and the other half was cooking. And my project, first sewing project, of course I had done projects with my mom. You know, my mom loved to sew and she crocheted and did all that stuff. So I had done things with my mom, you know. I'd make like Barbie doll clothes out of paper and try to sew. She'd get mad. You can't sew that with the sewing machine. You'll ruin the needle. Little does she know. She's probably rolling her eyes right now, looking down, going, oh my goodness, Denise, you're using your machine for that? Okay. So, okay, I'm going to have to pull that up a little bit from the back because it is not... Okay, come on, Denise. I don't want to cut that down, so we might just have to flip it back over. Another great thing about using Mod Podge, because it is wet and it doesn't dry quick, that you can make your adjustments if you need to. And I'll just lay some more glue down. Not a biggie. And I think I'm trying to rush a little bit because I don't want to hold you guys, you know, I don't want to make an hour and a half long video. And be like, you said it was easy. It's not for an hour and a half. Are you hear it now? No. You guys don't complain at all. You guys are great. So, but anyway, like I was saying, you know, we had home ec, and my first project, they said, stay away from plaids when you go to buy the fabric. What did Denise do? Corduroy and plaid. And the teacher just looked at me and rolled her eyes, and she said, are you sure? And I said, yes. My mom made me buy extra yardage just to make sure that I had enough. She goes, oh, well, that is good because your mother's smart. Okay. Now, where is my fold? I should have marked where my fold was. There it is. Okay. That's where it's going to fold up at. Just like that. So, we're done with the Mod Podge. That's sometimes a tongue twister, you know that? Mod Podge. Because I keep wanting to say Mod Podge. I don't know why. Okay. So, let's cut down our edges here. Fold it in to kind of let me know where to cut it. I don't know. Now, I'm going to cut just along the outer edge here, not right on it. Okay. And I can fringe it if I want. Ooh, make a nice little ribbon. Like I said, these are they're very easy, they're very simple. They're cute. You can decorate them any way you like. they make great gifts, you know what I mean? So, all right. I got my door closed because my son is watching TV while he's avocado dyeing, and I think he's deaf. Because that TV is so loud. And he's like, Mom, I don't know how you hear that. I'm like, I don't know how you can listen to it that loud. Golly. I mean, don't get me wrong, a good song comes on the radio, and I'm all about, you know, turning it up a little bit. But, okay. Straighten out my edges as much as I can here. And that's okay, because if it fringes, it just makes it prettier, I think. It gives that ruffly edge. Okay. All right. So, now, I will sew. We'll go over the sewing machine in just a second. But what I want to do is I want to sew that on with this over the top. So I will do that first and then sew up and around. So let's move over to the other camera. Okay, let's swap it over. I like that. Okay, let's make sure our lighting is pretty good here. Oops, sorry. I'm still trying to get adjusted to the lighting. I may have to buy another kind of light to put there. Alright, so really what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a straight stitch to put this on here. And then, actually I might do a little zigzag. Let's do a little zigzag. And we'll just make it a short one. Short little zigzag there. To hold this pretty little shimmery ribbon on here. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just putting it right on the edge there. Yeah, my little start-stop button flickers. The switch in it's a little sensitive. It's a little bit older machine. It has a floppy drive in it that tells you anything. But I love this baby lock because it has lasted me for so long, and I have very few issues with it. So I'm pretty hooked with it. Hooked on it, I should say. Okay, so I'm going to go slow because I did test this with earlier, and when I sew real fast, it does jiggle the table, so we don't want that. Okay. Alright, so put a nice little fringe on there, like that, as you can see. Okay. And, oh, I left my other scissors over there. I'll just cut that off the end. I like how it kind of comes out off the side there. Now, you can just sew down each of the ends if you like, or you can sew it up and around. You could even sew across the bottom if you want. I'm going to sew up, over, and down. So just 3 edges here. And then I'm going to use my straight stitch. And I'm going to do a little back stitch. And then just let her rip. And when you get to a point where you may have to lift the foot a couple times to get your lace to lay straight, and that's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to back stitch at the corner, kind of reinforce it a little bit, and it kind of decorates it. I'm only putting about a 1/4 inch around the edge there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I am using a needle that's intended for leather. It is much thicker. I can't use my auto threader with it because it is a thicker needle, so it doesn't want to pick it up. So I have to manually thread it. Right, some of you are going, wah. But that's okay. And that is pretty much it. There's the pen case. I mean, how easy is that? Of course, once the glue underneath dries, it'll be a lot stiffer. Here you can round the corners here and here, which I might do over there. So let's move back over. If I can find my mouse. Okay, so we're back over here. Now I want to try and see if my corner rounder might round that. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it does. There we go. Oh, that side might be a little thick. Oh, come on. Whew. Stuff stuck in there, I think. Oh. Come on. Woo, I got it. Wow. That took some effort. I don't know. That one's a little bit dull, so it could have been why. And it's thick. I mean, it's not mega thick, but it is fairly thick. Okay. So now we have a little simple pen case. We can decorate from here, which I think I'm going to do. I was thinking about putting, because a pen is going to fit in here, just like this. Okay. And I don't want to put anything here or here because I don't want it catching on the pen. So I'm going to decorate a little bit, something here. I was thinking that. And, oh, let's see, what kind of goodies do we have in here? Where's my goodie pack? There was a little red bow in here that was kind of shimmery and sparkly that I liked. I thought that would be nice to put, like, right there, like that maybe, with a little bit of, or maybe we could just put some flowers there. I like this bow. This bow keeps sticking out at me, and I don't know, though it's not matching the same kind of red. It's not, that bow keeps sticking out at me, and it's like, use me, use me. Okay, let's do this. I have got some, I'm going to put a little of that on there, and then we've got some little red flowers. Where's my white ones? White. Okay, and we'll put some white ones there. Okay, so let's cut us a piece of cheesecloth. Alright, let's kind of get a couple of little frayed pieces there. And we can kind of squish it up a little bit. Like that. Let's take our pen out so we've got a flat surface. That helps. You guys probably yelling at me, Denise. Really? Come on. Listen to us. And then maybe like a little bit of that on there. And I like these little red flowers. So you put like maybe one there. And sparkly ones because, you know, it's Christmassy. Sparkle, sparkle. Like that. Not like that. What do you guys think? Simple, very easy. I love being able to show you guys how these are done. Because I have been asked, how do you make pen cases? How do you make those? And, you know, I can, before I could show you and then just tell you sew around the edge, but, like I said, they're so easy. They're so simple. And then, you know, you just decorate from here. So, now here I will use some Fabri-Tac. Okay. I'll take off my little fuzzies. And you guys let me know, what do you guys think? You know, do I need to readjust the angle, zoom out, zoom in? You know, it is still a learning curve with that. But I wanted to give you guys something back because I do a lot of projects that do sewing and people are like, oh man, I wish I knew, or I wish I could do that. And I'm telling you, you guys can do it. It's really not hard. It really isn't, you know. And I know people are like, yeah, you say that now, but well, I do say that now because it's really not that hard. All right, let's just kind of see if we can lay a little bead on here to hold our fuzzy trim here, our eyelash trim, our pretty trim. Here and here. And now, if I was doing paper, I would use the art glitter glue, but because we're sticking it on fabric, I want it to hold. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac or the, it's 3-in-1, it's the same glue. Just a different name. And because they ship it to different areas, I think it may have something to do with how they ship it or the name of it, or I don't know. Anyway, so it's here I can get either one. Some places you can only get 3-in-1, some places you can only get Fabri-Tac. So, all right. So that is our little pen case made. So simple, and it took us what? Maybe 30 minutes at most, and that's to decorate. And then pen goes in here. I probably could have made it a little bit smaller, but I kind of like that because that will leave room if she wants to put, or whoever wants to put a pencil, like a matching pencil or a little pencil in there, or a couple pens. You know, some people like have a gel pen for one thing and a normal ink pen for another. So there you go. I mean, how easy was that? I'm glad you guys came and hung out. I'm so excited that I have a new camera to play with, a new angle to show you guys and do some more crafting, sewing, crafty things. Because I do love to make my junk journals, but I love to incorporate sewing in them. I know a lot of people would love to, but they're just not sure. They don't feel confident enough. Hopefully this will build your confidence so that you guys can try and experiment, and you know, that's how you learn. You know, I've made plenty of mistakes on different things and had to restart all over. It happens, and it's perfectly okay. It really is, trust me. You'll get the hang of it. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Plenty of hugs, loves, and blessings. Bye, guys.